Jackson, we'll start with you. You get the first pick six of the season, extend the streak. Just what does that mean to you to get that, as well as just kind of what you've been able to do on the field so far this year?
It was super fun, not gonna lie. Yeah, just kind of in the right spot at the right time. When he threw it, I was kind of in disbelief, but right as I caught it, I just didn't look back. Just decided to run as fast as I could. But it was. I'm just glad that the opportunities I'm getting out here. It's really fun to play with my boys.
Are you aware of the streak that keeps going to consecutive years touchdowns?
Yeah, I think that's 22, right? Yeah, 22.
This is kind of a follow-up for you, Jackson. Obviously, the coaches have been raving about you all throughout fall camp. Just when did you start feeling like you were turning the corner just in your play on defense and all that?
I'd say probably in the spring when they moved me to nickel. I've kind of bounced around from nickel to safety, but in the spring I played a lot of nickel, and that's when I got a little bit more comfortable there, and definitely a lot of things to work on for sure. But I'd say that's when things started to click for me. Yeah.
Pretty cool to see a lot of new faces down there singing the fight song. Devin, what's the whole first Ride Cycles experience and just being here? What's it been like? What's this ride been like?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Just starting off from our team, especially with a lot of new guys. We took it very personal to come in here and let's be youths. Obviously, we have different cultures coming in, but, at the end of the day, we're all youths at the end of the day. So as a team, that was awesome. And just being in the stadium, it was as electric as, everyone talked about it. Those fourth downs, I know our defense heard it. They got loud for them. Our touchdowns, I very much heard those as well. So it was awesome.
Sean, I wanted to ask you the same question. Pullman, Washington's a lot different than Salt Lake City.
Yeah, it's of course a lot different. I mean, there's a lot more fans, but also at the same time, coming to the edge after we won a big game, just feels great as a team, like sitting there saying an anthem, just like juice. And when we get to the locker room, it just adds a lot.
For Devin, you've been in this offense for a number of years. You're pretty comfortable in it, showing. How well do you think the rest of your teammates, the youths that haven't been in this offense for a long time, how do you think they're acclimating?
Yeah, I think they're buying in very well. When I came in here, I asked them, kind of every day after practice, just what do you like about the offense? What do you want to change? Just making sure everybody feels like the offense fits them also, not just me. So I think we've came a long way. I think people are starting to thrive and starting to figure out what they're good at in our offense. So we're going to keep leading that way, and, I only see us going up.
For Wayshawn, that first drive of the game to get that pass, and were you surprised there was nobody around you, and to score 2 long touchdowns on the day? How juiced did that get the team?
Oh, it got the team really juiced. Like coming to the sideline, seeing everybody come to the edge, is like brings me like joy. Seeing everybody happy, like I know I scored, but it felt like the whole team scored on that. So when I got that first touchdown in the Rice Stadium, it felt real nice, like for real. Looking at the crowd, it's real nice.
And then for Jonathan, that interception, can you just take us through? Did you know you had the ball? I mean, you're probably just trying to knock it down, and it ended up in your hands.
Well, Coach Scally called a great call, man. And then I seen the boot. I kind of went up a little bit too high, but ball hit my hand, and I just kind of made a play. And it was exciting celebrating with the guys, man. It's an amazing feeling.
Jonathan, just to follow up on that, you had the interception, but what was the mindset, to finish the first half and then come out in the second half to have those 3 and outs like you guys did?
The mindset all this week was play this game like we'll play any other game. This is an opponent that's in front of us, and we got to prepare the right way. So,
Devin, what do you think of Bird's performance, after he came in?
Yeah, I thought Bird was electric. We've all seen him, especially spring ball and fall camp. He showcased that, he can get on that field and ball, and I'm just happy, he was able to showcase that to the world. And, obviously behind me, we got 2 great quarterbacks, ready to go in there and ball at any time.
Jonathan, every single defensive end that played tonight logged at least half a sack. How does it make your job easier knowing that those guys are getting to the quarterback and are getting that pressure?
Makes my job so easy, man. All our D linemen, they bring the juice every practice, and they're very electric, and they make plays out there, and we feed off them. So we love them guys.
Devin, it wasn't as crisp on offense today with a few penalties, different things that way. How would you kind of grade your team today versus maybe last week, and where are you guys at as a team?
Yeah, I thought we were there just physically. I thought no one was low on effort. Obviously, the mental issues, we just got to clean up, obviously. That's going to happen with every game. And just to have those early to learn from and, go into the next week a little bit tighter.
Wayshawn, you and Nakari have kind of a 1-2 punch going on. Reminds me a little bit of Gibbs and Montgomery for the Lions. Obviously, they're Sonic and Knuckles. Do you guys have a name that you call yourselves yet, or do we need
Right
to make
now,
one?
nah, we got to come up with one for sure. Like, we got to ask the team. But right now, we don't got none. But that 1-2 punch going to keep going, though.
Jackson, to only give up one total touchdown in the first 2 games, what does it say about the potential of this defense as you get ready for a conference season coming up in a couple weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I've got total faith in our defense. Every position is really deep, and if someone goes down, we got more than enough confidence in the next man up. And we've trained hard to get where we are, and we're just excited to see where the season takes us.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Have a good one.
Never been better. I got him.
What? Yeah, because every time he sees a mic, he's like, he's like, I have to touch. Will you, your game ball, will you follow it? So I don't have like physically type yours out every time. It just makes my life easy and awesome. And you try my life to be easy.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Josh, I wasn't talking to you.
We go band for band.
Is your name Dawson?
What the hell is going on over here?
Jason, you're gonna get to see some things.
What does that
When you tell us winning, we all are not. We're like here to die.
I just go each day, one day at a time. 1% growth.
What if Wednesday is don't look ahead, don't know what's next on the schedule, I just
Mentality. One step at a time. Each day.
moving on to Wyoming.
Someone was like, I think Utah's overlooking Cal Poly and preparing for Wyoming, and I was like, I mean,
Yep. You got it. You win.
I'm so excited to drive up to Lambs.
Well,
no, God, thank God I'm not going.
oh yeah, you're not going.
I'm not going.
I forgot it was a night game. I thought it was a morning game. So I.
You need to go on Friday.
Yeah. I'm gonna regret that.
Was that cash?
I'm going Saturday morning, but I don't really. I'm gonna regret that. I wanted to go Friday night, but the prices for hotels are so expensive.
It's insane.
Why are you doing this?
I actually got a combo deal
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
2 nights instead of the one.
Like I'm paying more for one night in Wyoming than I am in like 2 nights in other places that I'm going this year.
I'm paying like
That's
130
why
a
I'm
night.
not going. My dad and I
Yes,
were
that
my,
one's great.
my dad and I were gonna do like a in and out trip, but then we were like, it's a 6 p.m. game, like that's not feasible.
No, it's so hard. Living his best life.
Good? Okay. All right, took care of business today. Proud of our guys for doing what we should have done. You don't always do what you should do, and they controlled the game really from start to finish. A lot of guys made good contributions. Got to take a look at a lot of guys in that second half. Weren't quite as in sync offensively as we were in the game last week. We never got into that rhythm that we were in last week. consistently, but there were some really bright spots and good things that happened. Defense kept them out of the end zone. Obviously scored a bunch of points, made a bunch of first downs, didn't turn the ball over one time again for the second consecutive week. Scored on defense, set up another score on defense. Rayshon got loose on a punt return. That was great to see that to get one of those underway. Actually had another pretty good one, but the one was outstanding. I thought Devin played well. Completion percentage again was way up, which is where it needs to be. Touchdown, no interceptions, that we said. Thought Bird Ficklen looked really good when he came in. He's an athlete. He's cool under pressure, and true freshman. I mean, just right out of high school, and I thought he handled his opportunity really well. Ran the ball well. Almost 300 yards rushing again. A couple linemen got a little dinged up, but and we held Kump out today, precautionary reasons, as well as Logan Fano, and so there were some guys that and Rabbit's still not quite ready, but hopefully we get all those guys back for this week. We'll see what happens, but overall solid performance, and like I said, we took care of the business that we needed to take care of. So questions?
Kyle, for the defense to only allow one touchdown total in the first two games, are they kind of living up to what your expectations were going to be so far this early in the year?
So far. I mean, there's things we need to get better at. They hit that glance route on us 3 or 4 times. Got to not let people inside. I mean, there's things to work on, but you're right. One touchdown in 2 games is the bottom line, and that's a really good start to the season. Yeah.
Are you preserving Isaac's red shirt if you can?
That's part of the equation right now, absolutely. Yeah, and that plus getting a look at Bird, who we've never seen in live action. So the combination of not squandering games, at least right now, with Isaac, and needing to get a good look at Bird and see what he can do, led to the what you saw today with Bird getting all the reps when Devin exited the game.
How much does the pick six streak mean to you? You're at 22 now, 22 seasons in a row.
Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, that's all time, right? I mean, it's the all-time record. Yeah. So we credit to Coach Scally and Coach Pease before that, and Coach Sataki before that. I mean, there's been a lot of guys that have had a hand in that, and it was great to see it today. Jackson Benny played that just right, and then almost had another one. We had John O'Hall intercept. I guess that would be I don't know if that'd be a fumble or an interception. What did it go down as? I guess an interception. But anyway, almost had another one. But yeah, it's something to be proud of. But we don't talk about it ever or think about it. It's just something that happens.
To follow up on that, the defensive secondary today, how would you assess kind of their play and your confidence moving forward?
Pretty good. We like I said, we didn't cover all the routes as well as we should. And we turned some routes loose up the field that they didn't connect on, fortunately, and 1 or 2 they did connect on. So let's see, the throw game, 13 out of 25. So again, about 50% completion rate. No touchdowns, couple picks. So we're doing some good things, but there'll be bigger tests along the way in that regard. And still a little bit unknown right now how sound we are back there, because we really haven't been tested yet.
What would you attribute some of that sluggishness in the first half on offense to?
Well, first off, early on, that little thunder burst, it makes things a little more difficult. There's no excuses, but I don't think Devin was gripping the ball, as well as he could have when that 15 or 20 minute period, whatever it was. Good question. I mean, we just didn't get in that rhythm. We didn't come out as. I'm not going to say we weren't ready, because we're ready to play, but we just didn't come out executing as well as we did last week. Sometimes that happens.
Kyle, you walked into this game saying you wanted to see more from Tobias Merriweather and all the other receivers. Now that they have 2 games under their belt, what is your, perception or take on how the wide receivers are coming along, and what else would you want to see from them?
Well, I think they're still a work in progress. RD Davis, he had a really nice game today. He caught 7 balls, and Tobias had 6, and Smith Snowden, what he adds, he didn't add nearly as much this week as last week, but he only played a half the game on offense. But it's the receiver position in and of itself is a work in progress. We've got about 4 guys right now, 5 guys that we really have trust in, and we're waiting for another guy or 2 to join that group.
Kyle, all 4 of your defensive ends recorded at least half a sack today. What does it mean to see those guys get going so early on in the season?
Yeah, that's encouraging. And Logan Fano, our lead defensive end, wasn't out there today, so it was a great opportunity for Cash Dillon and Lance Holtzclaw and these other guys to get reps, and they get good pressure off the edge, and that's a group that we got 5 of them. We feel confident in all 5 of them, although only 4 played today.
Obviously a very small sample size, 2 games in, but Jason Beck's offense is averaging now just a touch over 500 yards per game. You're running report card not only on the production, but also how the offense looks.
Well, I think that it's really to my liking. I can tell you that the structure of it, the way Jason has put it together, his creativity, his play calling. We're so far, it's only 2 games, but exactly as we had hoped. I mean, that's when we hired Jason, a year ago or whenever it was, 8 months ago. We watched his tape extensively. We had a good feel for what what his scheme was and what his philosophies were, and he's brought those here and implemented them, and you're seeing a lot of the same results that he got last year.
Coach, kind of a similar question, just 2 games in, but do you feel like this team is kind of starting to develop their identity, and do you think they're moving in the right direction?
A little bit, but we still have stiffer tests coming up, like I said, and so we'll find out more about us as the weeks progress. But so far, we're off to a good start. I can tell you one thing: this team has a phenomenal work ethic and phenomenal leadership, and that's a good starting point to be able to be a good football team.
Nate Johnson was able to get some touches today.
Yeah.
His attitude coming back and accepting the role that he has. How has he reacclimated to the team?
Very well, and he's a team guy. He just wants to contribute, and we wanted to get a better look at him today because we didn't get much of a look at him last week. Thought he did some really good things. He's got a ton of ability. He's a 10, 200-meter guy. He's the fastest guy on the team as far as 100-meter guy. So he's got explosiveness. He's just been a quarterback all his life, so he's just trying to figure out how to be a position guy. And I think he's taking baby steps, but not there yet.
How would you evaluate Bird's performance in his first kind of extended run?
Just watching it from the sidelines, really good. We'll watch the tape and see how he did, detail-wise. But he's a kid that is got the right demeanor to play the position. Nothing bothers him. He's very cool and calm. He's also a terrific athlete. You saw some of the runs he made out there tonight, and he's a good decision maker. So he's got all the basics, and we just got to continue to see more of him. And he passed the test tonight, this afternoon. But there'll be bigger ones down the road.
Kyle, can you just speak on the importance of Jackson Benny on this defense?
Yeah, he's playing the nickel spot, which is the most difficult spot on the defense. It's the most demanding. It's the most to it as far as the learning curve. You got to cover. And you got to cover in the slot where you don't have the sideline to help you out and protect you, so it's a tougher coverage responsibility. You got to play in the run fits. You got to blitz off the edge on occasion. So that's the position that is really the most demanding. And what he's doing so far has been outstanding, especially when you consider that he's splitting time and playing wide receiver about 30 or 40% of the time. So he's been a huge surprise. He's probably the biggest surprise in a good way on the football team this fall so far. And we saw that in camp starting to work. Did you say thank you? You're welcome. Are we done? Okay. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
You just gotta get out there, Dawson. You can't be scared. You just gotta do it. You?
I'm like, okay. You don't have to. Sometimes you get these